Hello, my name is Noah Karrasch. I'm here at the Jessica Kingsley Publishing and Singing Dragon offices in London, and I'm talking to the staff today about my book, Meet Your Body, to let them know a little bit about what's in the book, and I hope that you'll listen in and maybe get some ideas about how you could change your body and how you could change your world. I was a music teacher in 1982 when I picked up Ida Rolf's book, and her book really stopped me in my tracks. And I've got a slide here that shows Ida, and she looked on the front of this book. There was this cranky little woman sitting in the same picture 3 times, and it said Ida Rolf talks about Rolfing and physical reality. And when I got into the book finally and started reading, this is what she said: when gravity gets flowing appropriately through the body, then spontaneously the body heals itself. And I thought, gosh, that makes sense. And every page of that book was making sense to me. This is common sense. This is common sense. And I got so excited, I said, I think I want to call these people. And I called the Rolf Institute in Boulder, Colorado, and said, are you people for real? And the reception said, well, yes, we are. And I said, good. Could I speak to Ida Rolf? Well, she had died already. This was 1984, and she died in 1979. So I never got to meet Ida Rolf, but I said, I think I want to do this work. So I certified in 1986, August of 86. In November of 87, I was with a friend traveling to Disney World and back with his children on the Thanksgiving weekend, and we had a plane crash when his plane ran out of gas on his approach to refueling. And we crashed hard and fast, and at the last minute my leg was jammed up into my body, my spine was thrown forward, and the seat belt caught me and exploded my first lumbar vertebrae. So it's called a compression fracture. And I was in a hospital in a strange place, and it seemed like I might not be able to walk again, and quite a few things happened. Well, the upshot was, after a surgery to repair the spine and to put in Harrington rods and a spinal fusion, and after quite a long rehabilitation, I've gotten my body back pretty well. But it was an uphill struggle. But fortunately, I was already doing the work I was doing, because that helped me a great deal. So I've been Rolfing since 1986, and I've been rehabilitating since 1987. And the longer I go, the more I don't look like other Rolfers, and the more I look like sort of my own thing, but I see me sort of morphing into some other fields also. The more I go, the more I believe the only dis-ease is the slowdown of energy. And I think we all slow down our energy for one reason or another. It may be as simple as computers. And it may be as simple as driving all day long and then waking up with a left sciatic pain. Or it may be the whiplash crash that you've had. Or it may be someone who told you you'd never amount to anything. All of those things, I think, shorten us on our deep line. Let's see if I've got the right slide there. Yes. This is the psoas muscle. P-S-O-A-S. P-S-O-A-S. Psoas, storer of all stress. We're all sophisticated bugs that when you poke them, they go into a ball and stay there until you go away. So when someone says, you get it, and you shorten on the deep line. When you sprain your ankle, you go, ooh, and you pull that deep line short. For me, the deep line starts on the plantar surface of the foot, goes up behind the ankle bone, is in a deep muscle called tibialis posterior, right behind the 2 bones, tibia and fibula, comes up in the adductor compartment. From the adductor compartment goes up that psoas muscle to about here. From that psoas muscle, it picks up the diaphragm muscle, that is the umbrella that we breathe with. From the diaphragm muscle, it goes up the back side of the sternum on the connective tissue of the transversus thoracis muscle that takes you to the top of the sternum, where we pick up a muscle that takes us to the hyoid bone, and from the hyoid bone we go to the tongue, to the chin, to the ear, to the jaw, and to the shoulder. That line gets shortened and tightened in response to stress or trauma. And stress or trauma is physical trauma, bang, whiplash, car crash, falling off the ladder. Emotional trauma, you're a bad child, we hate you. Mental trauma, I've got too many things on my plate, I'm never going to get all these sorted out. Energetic trauma, cell phones, power lines, fluorescent lights, you name it. I mean, you think about it, there's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of stimulation coming at us all the time. And when there's too much stimulation, it shortens us, tightens us, and causes us to go more fetal. So my job, I think, as a body worker, is to help people find those tight and stuck spots on their deep line and let them open them up and let them go again. It starts with the concept that we've all got to find that core line and open it up and lengthen it. And it uses the idea that your body is full of hinges. The big toe hinge, the ankle hinge, the knee hinge, the hip hinge, the low back hinge, the stomach hinge, the heart hinge, the arm hinge, the shoulder hinge, elbow, wrist, fingers, and head. I'm trying to teach my reader how to find those hinges for themselves and learn to work them in simple ways that allow them to start moving their energy through their body. Most of us move around some part of our body. We favor that place. We don't let the energy go through, because if we let the energy go through, it's going to hurt. So we figure out how to hold on and just, okay, I can go now. No, we want to get in there and explore all of those hinges and let them all let go of each other. There was a man named Alan Watts in the States who wrote and lectured at depth, and Ida Rolf quoted this phrase, dynamic instability. Think back to that toe hinge experience. When I brought you a little bit forward, some of you thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall forward. No, it's like being on the diving board, you're ready to go. You could move here, you could move there. I think we need to develop that dynamic instability. And dynamic instability, to me, equals flexibility or adaptability, but it morphs into fearlessness and enthusiasm. That's what I'd really like us all to develop. Fearlessness, enthusiasm, strength, resilience, flexibility at the core. And that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping we're doing in here. I really, really believe that the more we can open ourselves to the experience, whether it looks like a good experience or a bad experience, the more we can open ourselves to, here it comes, the better it gets.